You can see the scene down there right now. At least from our camera, that is as calm as we have seen it for several hours now. We hope that it stays that way. Jana, you were down there almost as soon as this happened. You were pepper sprayed. You were certainly in the midst of this. Our Sammy Salina has been down there seeing tear gas, flashbangs, pepper balls, other munitions. And we've seen protesters set up barricades in the streets that, included big wooden pallets, garbage cans, stop sticks to pop tires. So it has just been incredibly volatile now since just shortly after 9 o'clock this morning. Just to recap what we know, an adult male, 37 years old, according to MPD. He's a white man from Minneapolis, was shot and killed by a Border Patrol agent this morning. That man had a legal permit to carry, is an American citizen, has a criminal record that includes only a traffic ticket, so not someone who has a history of criminal activity, but Department of Homeland Security, DHS, is saying that he approached Border Patrol this morning with a gun as they were doing targeted enforcement against a person who was in this country illegally. So we are waiting to hear from Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino to ask them questions about that. Chris Rapsky has been analyzing video of that scene so we can try and confirm what happened there. At his news conference,
we can.
Yeah, our Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara was not able to confirm DHS's account.
Right, and like you said, the scene is calmer than it has been, but let's go back out to Sammy Salina, who has been out there literally all day. Sammy, can you confirm that? Does it feel safer? Does it feel calmer right now?
It does. It certainly does, and that's because at least in this area, there is no more federal law enforcement. Bringing a little bit of good news about that car that we saw earlier. Fire officials were able to come out and go past the barricades. We saw them actually remove a barricade about a block away just because they couldn't get to the car. And then once they removed that barricade, we now have fire folks here, the fire department, just break the windows of the car and put it out. So you can see that this person's belongings is also out the trunk here. And we did talk to a witness who said that they saw exactly what happened. Watch out, Mitchell, for the fire hose. So basically what this witness told us was that they were here and then flashbangs and gas cans started getting deployed, and he said that he saw either a flashbang or a gas canister actually go into this car. Again, we are going to have to work to confirm that, but that is what a witness has told us, is that one of those ended up in the back trunk of this vehicle, which started that fire. We saw a lot of folks come get their water bottles, which they had for tear gas and whatnot, just douse from what they can, just douse water into the back of that car. But luckily, the fire department was able to come in about 5 minutes or so. But this is Nicollet and 27th. It is just littered with cans like this, chemical irritant, and leftover canisters of flashbangs. We've seen pepper balls on the ground as well. And now it's just protesters are just walking the streets here. This wasn't accessible to them 30 minutes ago, and now the scene has changed, mostly because federal officials have left, and now folks are just kind of marching, they're walking, and things have calmed down, I would say, quite a bit. It does seem like people feel a lot safer, but still people are angry, people want to do something, and just are here because they saw that video, they heard about it, it fired them up, and they wanted to be with their neighbors and their community members to protest. As Jana mentioned, there's a lot of people that were here just trying to support the community members with tear gas, that are suffering from tear gas, that are suffering from pepper spray. So you had a lot of people with water bottles going here and there just trying to make sure folks are okay. People applauded when the Minneapolis Fire Department pulled in to make sure that that car fire was going to be put out, and people were just applauding that was happening. And people were also angry because multiple people told me that it was a gas canister or a flashbang that started that car on fire. And it seems like we saw that car on fire right after the last wave of gas canisters and flashbangs as well. So a very, very different scene. It looks like even traffic is able to get through here as well, although I would definitely suggest trying to stay out of the area if this is something that you want to drive through.
And Sammy, that is what Minneapolis police were saying as well. Stay away from that area. It is good to hear that things are calming down. I'm not surprised that happened as federal agents left, because there was just a really volatile, really violent confrontation happening between a line of federal agents and a line of protesters that we saw throughout the morning. And people are there cheering the Minneapolis Fire Department. And we have seen that it's our local first responders and law enforcement who have relationships in this community, and people are far more willing to obey their commands.